Yeah, Mr. Nice Guy is back here. So, good morning. Hello, guys. For today's tutorial, we're gonna do some video on how we can solve the entire paper of November 2013 of ICT. So, the software that I'm gonna use is actually Microsoft Office 2013. So, just bear with me if there will be some, later on, if you have some other ways of doing it, make it easier for you. So please feel free to comments below so that next video I'm gonna try to use it. Anyway, so in this year, the first question is gonna be creating a new word process document. So basically, word process document is Microsoft Word. So start up with a new one here. So at first they want us to create a new process document. So basically they will be asking you to to use this one as your evidence document. Some lately are more likely about this. They have to ask you to make a document for that. So make sure your name, center number, candidate number appear on every page of the document. So okay, that's it. So zoom it if you'd like to. It's gonna be here. All right. So save the evidence document in your work area as N3 evidence followed by your candidate number. So just simply copy that one and save this one here, and if you read the question again, it says there that for me I can save this in my desktop. So just save that one with your candidate number. So okay, so you will know that one before the exam time in your statement of entry for your candidate number. So just save that one. So I have the evidence document now. So the next thing is I have to create a new folder, and the new folder will be named as an XAHC underscore web. So I'll just head to my desktop in here, click into it, and I'll create a new folder. So the new folder will be named an XAHC.web. Okay, sorry. Okay. Now, here, you are going to prepare a spreadsheet for the Extreme Adventure Holiday Company, which has an office in, okay, no, I just read it one, guys. Okay, so the important thing of this particular statement here is that they have to, remind you that you have to make sure that all currencies will be formatted as euros with 2 decimal places. So just watch out for that, because sometimes they will not tell you later. They only tell that one in the first instructions, and they will not do it later. Alright, for question number 3, using a suitable software package, you have to load the file n13emp.csv. If you wonder where we can have the file, so anyway, it is given during the exam time. So they minimize the way before that you have to download a certain file from the web. So right now they hand the paper to the examiner so that maybe the chance of exam leakage would be minimized. So this is the file that they will give you, actually a bunch of file together with a file that you will need for the front page later on. So I have the file and I downloaded that one. So for me it's here, so I will just extract the file here. So I will just simply extract this one in the folder that they asked me to create, but actually they don't ask me for it if I have to read it back. So here we go. Let me just read the question again, because maybe I missed some. Okay, no, they don't ask for it, so I will just simply create a new folder in the desktop, and I will just extract all the information that I'll need there. So I have it now here. So over the thing, okay, I guess I put the one in the wrong place. Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, here. Okay, so the file that I'll need is the n13emp. Yes, so this is CSV file. Okay guys, CSV, it's the text file which is only separated by comma. It's not an Excel file. So just double click the file and it will open. So if by chance you have some issues with this, because some computers are set with different language, especially if you're in an Arabic country, so some issues there is that no, this one here, if this is set up with the Arabic, so believe it or not, when you open the file, it will be in one row, everything, I mean in one column, so everything will be here, and it's going to be hard for you to work with that. So there are several ways we can do that one. So load the file. So the file that they will need is this one here. So after loading the file, let me just skip ready. Okay, on the left in the header, add a text week 13. So this is about the header and footer. So there are two ways for this. The old way, you just have to, you know, go to page layout and do the thing. But in here, insert, and there you can have the header and footer. So on the left side, they said it's gonna be here on this side, and then on the right side of the slide, you have to add this information: revision on, followed by the automated date and time. So it's gonna be on the right side here. Paste that one, and then a little bit space, and then go to current date and time. If there is one directly, you can press, then press. If you don't have, then just current date and time. So that's what they want. Placing your name, center number, candidate number on the left in the footer in the spreadsheet. So just hover the mouse down, go here, click this one here, and then paste your informations there. So now we're through with that. So there are some issues here. If this particular thing, actually when your header or footer is active, you cannot change the view for that matter. See, views are not working in here. Even you go to view and see some normals, they are not working. So solution for that is just click in the middle of your work, and that will be activated. So here you can click normal if you want to click it that way, or here you can click this one also here this way. So now we're in the normal. Don't worry about this the broken lines here. Actually, that is your guide that your printout will fit until that particular portion. Okay, delete column D. So it's gonna be this one here, and we just have to delete that one. So you'll wonder what's gonna happen in this particular informations. Okay, we don't care about it. That's instructions, so we just have to do it. Okay, actually this portion here, guys, you can use this one for your exam. Like, tick those boxes so that you will remind yourself that you finish with it. So that's very helpful anyway for you. Now delete rows 3 and 4. So just select both here, and then right click into it and delete. So that's the only thing you want us to delete. Now merge cells A1 to J1 so that it will become a single cell. A1, here we go. It can be named as A1. So column A, row 1. So A1 to J1, here we go. So we're gonna have to merge this one. There are ways for this. You can go click home into it, and here's what we call merge and center. So just click that one, and then it will go directly to the center. They don't ask for it, but probably that's the best way. Or if they ask to make it left, just change it to left align here. There will be several options for that later. Okay, format the text in this cell so that it is white and sans serif. White 18 points and sans serif. So you don't have to highlight that. Actually, you don't have to highlight the text itself. Just activate the cell or the range itself, then go to make it format into white or something. Yes, this is white, and has to be an 18 points and has to be sans serif. So again, sans serif is the generic name, and the specified font that we can have is Arial. There will be several, but Arial is enough for you to master. To use for the sans serif. So I'll just simply click this one here, choose Arial. Just for informations, the thing that they are using actually is Arial, sans serif and serif. So for my students, I always tell them to make it easy for them to remember which one is Arial and which one is sans serif, or which one is Times New Roman. There are two things, serif and sans serif. So I'm telling them long for short, short for long. So what it means by that, if you say it, sans serif has 2 words and Arial is 1 word. So that's the thing, long for short. And for Times New Roman is long, and that is for serif. So long for short, short for long. So anyway, you can have your own way, or just remember exactly that how for you, it's for you how to remember. But that's for me, that's how I teach my students, so it will be easier for them to remember. Anyway, so format this cell so that it is center aligned and has a red background color. So here we go. So it's already center already here. So we just have to format the background of this one here. Hover the mouse here. This is the background that we can have. If you know already exactly where it's red, so choose it. If not, then feel free to fill it with the code itself. But actually, I feel like this is the red one. So hover the mouse and it will tell you red. So that's the thing here. Okay, format cells B4 to B7 as currency. See, it's gonna be here B4 to B7 as currency. So again, remember the currency that they want is euros with 2 decimal places. So right now here it's not euro, is dollar signs. Actually, for me, this is not the ideal way, but I mean, this is not the correct format because it's an accounting, but this is an easy way for me to choose which for the format of the currency later on. So if ever I have to select in here directly the euros, here we go. Let me just remember the question, if it's euros or what. Here we go. Euros decimal places. Okay, here now with 2 decimal places directly, it's 2 decimal places, but if you observe, it is separated by the currency format. So it's like on the right side and the other side on the left side. So but best way is select it first from here on accounting and directly click this particular drop down thing here. It will pop up the message, or pop up the we call this one as a dialog box, and then choose currency. But if you observe, see right now here, it is directly formatted as euros, so that's the best way for that. Click OK, and there you go. Here is your currency, which has 2 decimal places. Okay, so we are now on question 10. Save the spreadsheet and print a copy of cells A1 to J19 only. So save it first. They don't ask to change anything for here, but guys, be careful. Saving your work must be saved always as Excel. Why? Because if you'll not do that one, what will gonna happen is that all your formulas that you work, or all the sheets that you have, will be removed, and only one will remain with numbers only into it and text with no formulas. So I suggest, guys, keep saving your work, but make sure you save that one first as Excel. Right now I have to just keep it there, or I can keep it in my desktop. I don't have to worry much. Just click save into it. So right now it's already formatted as Excel. Don't have to worry. So right now I have to make a print of A1 to J19 only. So making sure that the contents of the cells in this range are fully visible and the printouts fits on a single page, portrait page. So A1 to J19, it's gonna be this one here. So what I'm gonna do is I would just go to page layout. There are 2 ways. Page layout in here, and I would select what we call print area, set print area. So this is just one way of doing it, but there are several ways. I mean, another way of doing this one here, but for me this is the best way, so that I will remind myself that I have set this particular portion only for printing. So now they don't specify what type. No, they specify it must be portrait. So go to the orientation and make it portrait. So now if you observe right now, there will be some issue about this one here, because it will fit in 2 pages wide. So what we'll do, click this one here first and double click into it to auto fit. So here we go. Now our objective is just to print out this particular thing here. So what we will do is go to file, print. So if you observe, see, it's cut in that particular portion. So what we'll do instead of that is go to page setup and choose fit to 1 or fit to 1 wide. An important thing is about the wide here, and then change the paper to A4 for you if you are set with an A4 paper in the printout, I mean in your printer. Then click OK for it. It's gonna be that thing. So if you observe, it's a little bit off, right? Because it's like too small for that matter. So if you want to add also the row heading and column heading, just go to page setup and go to sheet, and here's the option row and column heading. Click OK. So it will be displayed that way, so they can see it, that you actually set the things up into the particular way. So I guess that's enough thing. If that is too small, guys, if you observe some information here, it's not actually necessary, so you can reduce it if you'd like to, but make sure the letters will be displayed. So what you will do instead of that, because this is not really necessary, just hover the mouse until here. You can do that one, don't worry, it's possible and it's not a violation to do it. The important thing is you show that all the letters are set. So the purpose of this is that it will, in the printout, it will be a little bit zoom. So let me have a look again and print. Okay, see, now we set everything is clear, so I guess there's no violation for that. On Extreme Adventure Holiday, it's big enough. And then print, that's the thing that you will do. Now, what I will do directly right now, I'll just move or create a copy. It's not necessary, but I always do this. Create a copy. So making sure that I have the file of the question that I just did now. So it's question number 10, and that's it. I'll just have to set this one and name this one as number 10. So this is just for your convenience later on after the exam, if you want to revise some of the questions and you feel like you have some missing points. So it's at least you can easily go to the question directly, because if you don't have, then believe it or not, you're gonna start from the top, because some of those texts will not be some of those questions are already already being modified, which is gonna be hard for you later on. So right now I can just double click this one here. Oh, sorry, I'll go back to the original one here. I just have to, out of it again. Okay, anyway, now on cell A to B18, you're going to use a lookup array. Going to be used as a lookup array, but that particular lookup array, you have to name it first as code. So again, it's A10 to B18, A10 to B18, that way. So you can name it here directly, guys, in the name box itself, but the best way is right clicking into that one and define name. So in here you can specify the name that you want, which is, for now it's the code, okay, like that. And then just simply screenshot that particular thing, because I guess the question says that you have to take a screenshot for that, and place this one in your evidence document. So just taking a screenshot is on the keyboard anyway, guys. Just press it on print screen in your keyboard. Oftentimes it's next to this to the backspace button on the top of that, but figure out, search some Google if you don't know. Just kidding. Okay, paste that one here. Okay, here you go. So you don't have to specify or you have to show everything. You just have to show the portion which they ask you to take screenshot for. So this is enough for that. The purpose of this is that you can zoom out the thing. Zoom in. Okay, now here you go. That's the thing they want, and if you want to name it or put a number just to it. Now in cell 22, use a lookup function to show the job description, cell D22. So but first I have to press OK for that. Okay, on D22 it's gonna be here. So use the job code for the lookup and the code for the array. So that is simple. So there will be some lookup for that, or I have to use VLOOKUP. If you look at some of the mark scheme, actually every now and then they're using VLOOKUP, but there are some others. There are some HLOOKUP, sorry. So click OK for that one here. So the lookup value, they said the job code is gonna be the lookup value. So it's gonna be this one here. Again, guys, lookup value where it will always be on the same row with the cell which this answer will come from, or will appear. So the table array, it's gonna be the code. So I can directly type the code here because the computer recognizes it already that no, this is the code I have here. Or if you don't want, you can directly highlight those things again if you remember. So this is the thing that we just name a code into it. Now in the column index number, this is your reference. Now you have to choose which one is the column number 1 or 2. So basically we want this number here, we want this information here, so it's gonna be 2. So again, if you want the answer from here, then put 1. If you want this answer from this row, column, then 2. Now it's not coming yet because we need to specify that we need the exact match into it. So you have to write down the word false into it so that it will work without writing. Or if you don't want false, put 0. It will work because 0 is false and -1 is true. So right now, just have to write down the false. Okay, click OK into it, and just simply double click if they ask you. If they don't ask you, leave it like that first. Okay, replicating the formula, this is what we want, or this is what I'm saying. So just double click that one and it will work. If you don't know how to do the double clicking, as on the bottom right side of your cell, and double click it here or drag it, it will work that way. Now the hours worked by all employees were the same as their contract hours except the following. So you have to format these things with those data. So now we have to do it manually, guys. So here we go. I don't know which one is easier for you, but you can just spend time reading, finding those things here on the employees, the name of those guys, if you wanted to. But if you want to edit this, save a little of your time. So I guess the best way for you to do is just filter those names and find those things first. Okay, so again, bearing the question, the work hours with employees were the same as their contract hours except for the following. So in other words, these guys must have the same numbers of contract hours. So this is an easy way for that. Over those things, just drag it there, just drag it there, hold it, drag it there, hold it, drag it there, hold it, drag it there, hold this portion, drag it there, or else you will type it, your choice. Anyway guys, okay, just double check if you'd like to. In the work hours column, place a number of hours worked for each employee. That's what we did in cell F62. So cell F62 63, you have to use a formula to calculate the number of hours worked by all employees. So F63, so F63 is gonna be here. Okay, just use the formula, click home to it, and auto sum. So that will be the addition. Just select those cells, make it a little bit smaller or highlight it. So it's selected until 62. So just delete that 62 and make it 61, and press enter into it. That's it. In G22, so you can come up here, G22. We have to use a formula that will use a look up again. Okay, a look up, the formula to look up the rate of pay of this employees. This will use the pay code, the lookup value for the rate of pay table. Use both absolute and relative referencing. So from the rate of pay table. Okay, here we go. So we look up again. Lookup value. They said pay code here. And then on the table array, they said on the rate of pay table. So just hover this mouse here. So guys, when this is selections, it's a range. So 90% oftentimes you have to lock that one. It's what we call absolute referencing. So when it is not a name range, so you have to lock that one because we don't want it to change the informations on this table. It has to stay as A4 to B7. So $sign will keep it. Then we want this rate here, so it's gonna be 2. So that's it, and then write down false if necessary, because right now actually I can leave it to false because that data come here already, but I'll just have to put it false. Actually, just read the thing here. If you want the exact match for that, just click OK for that matter on the rate itself, then absolute referencing. Okay, right now they don't ask to replicate, so I'll do it later. In cell H22, so it's gonna be H22 here. Use a formula to calculate the basic pay of this employee. This will multiply the rate of pay by the number of work hours. So work pay, rate of pay, and the number of work hours. It's gonna be equal sign rate of pay multiplied by the work hours. Press enter, and there you go. You can have it now. Now, overtime pay is only paid to employees who work more than their contract hours. So in other words, they are only paid for the overtime if this one is having difference, and basically the work hours is more than the contract hours. So what you're gonna do here is you have to find if it is only paid for the extra hours that they work. So the form in cell I22 is a formula to calculate an overtime pay for this employee. It is calculated by multiplying the extra hours worked by the rate of pay divided by 2. So that is an if function, guys. Here we go. Click OK for here. Now what they are looking at in this particular thing. Now, if the condition, guys, if the work hours is greater than the contract hours, then the employee will be paid. Let me just read it again. The employee will be paid by multiplying the extra work hours by the rate of pay divided by 2. So what they want exactly is that the difference of this one minus this one, you'll multiply that one, the difference, so you have to add to close this one first, will be multiplied by the rate of pay divided by, let me just double check, 2. If you undo here, because if they are not true in these conditions, then they will not have an overtime pay. So click OK, and there you go. So look at that one. So you see, there's a difference, so give 0. Okay. In J22, here we go. Use a formula to calculate the total pay for this employee. Total pay for this employee. So what do you think? Simple as equal sign his basic pay plus his overtime pay. That's the thing. They don't specifically tell you what particular thing to do, but they give you the instruction on what to do. Replicate the formula entered in step 15 to 18 for each employee. So from here, going there, replicate. So highlight those guys and just double click, and everything will follow. Okay. In cell J63, use calculate the total pay for this employee. J63. So I have to hover down here. J63 is going to be here. J. So again, it's auto sum. I'll click this one here, and again replace it with 1 instead. Okay, then press enter. There you go. Apply appropriate formatting to all cells. So again, remember guys, this said that all currency must be set up with 2 decimal place and euros. So look for the thing that has to be currency here. The basic pay, yes. The overtime pay, yes, as well as the total pay. The rate, this is the rate that they have. It's multiplied. Okay, so yes, the rate it's here is going to be formatted as well. So you have to highlight all of it. Holding Control Shift and arrow down will select the whole thing anyway. So again, that's how we do it. So now this is the problem, guys. As I've said before, if I'll go to the more format and I'll go to currency, see, I have to find the euros for that matter. So but if I would select the euros here first, and I would directly click into the currency, directly it will be euros, which is more convenient and more easy. Okay, so I guess this must be formatted also as euros. I forgot to select that one. Okay, this one is not to be formatted. This is the work hour. Okay, apply the appropriate, save and print the spreadsheet showing the formula. Make sure only 20 to 63 are displayed. So first, show the formulas here, and then show formulas in this option. So there are 2 ways for that, guys. You can just hold Control as engrave. See, if you look at right now, I'm pressing it, it will change the formula or not formula, or else click this one, and then autofit. Don't forget autofit everything, and that's it. Now they want only from 20 to 63. So highlight those things, make it a little bit smaller, so it's easy for you to look. Easy for you to select 20 to 63. Okay, there you go. The page layout is gonna be presentation, set print area. Okay, then landscape, then row heading and visible. So view headings like that. Cell contents are fully visible. That's why we double click already here, so it's okay, fine now. But we will just double check our print preview. So there you go, guys. So that's what we have for this particular question. So after doing that one, don't forget, I click over copy, create a copy. Okay, just there's 122 right now here. So go back to original file if you have. Then go to move to question number 23. Print the entire spreadsheet showing the values. Right now they don't want the formula, so go to the formulas again, and then click show formula, remove the formula, or show formulas. Double click those things, and remember we set up area, so we have to clear the print area so it will become displayed again. Print as a print out fits on a single page wide, and it is set to portrait orientation. So the contents of the cell are fully visible. So again, double click in here to make sure. Then go to file, make it portrait right now. File, print, and it's gonna be here. So page setup. So don't forget, its fit must be on this particular thing. So it's clear right now here. and just simply make a copy of that. That's 23. Again guys, it's not really a must to make a copy for it, but just for the sake that you must you have a way of revising your individual printouts, it's the best way. Now extract only the employees who work overtime and have the word instructor in their job description. So now we start filtering. So click this one here, make sure it's selected over the auto fit again. Okay, so go to click this one here, so that when you click the filter, it will be on this below, or else if you click somewhere here, it will be filtered in this way. So first has to have overtime, who work overtime. Extract only the employees who work overtime. So in other words, here filter those things except 0, because those having 0 means they don't work overtime for that matter. So these are the only guys they want, and have the word instructor in their job description. So here, so what we'll do, you can select the instructor anyway directly, or you can text filter and it contains instructor. Yeah, so that's it. Or again, you can just highlight those things, select those instructor here. So that so, but it's enough like that way. Now hide row 3 to 19. 3 to 19. Hide column B, C, E. Hold control to select multiple column, then hide. Okay, that's it. And then print the extract showing the values. Make sure the printouts fit a single page portrait and all required cells are fully visible. So print preview, and that's it guys. Excel's done. They were solved. Guys, that's for Microsoft Excel of 2013 November. Next video you may click the link below for the front page, and guys, have a Facebook page, so feel free to to like the page so that we can have increase our community as well. There are some here's an official website that we have. We can get some supporting files that you'd like to just type mrniceguy-ict.com, and then you can have all those things there. There's a video support where it can help you out. Okay, if you like the video, please hit subscribe or like the page. Kudos guys. Good luck.